Can he drive?
Can he drive? You know what DK stands for?
Donkey Kong?
Drift King.
Drift? What do you mean, drift?
We are gathered here today to celebrate an electric life. Under violet sky, I pray you hear our cry. Please help us protect what's right. Amen. There ain't nothing in this world that can take your place. There ain't nothing in this world that can take your place. There ain't nothing in this world that can take your place. There ain't nothing in this world that can take your place.
Gather your thoughts, gather around. Painted arrangements mixed from a palette of sound. A casket frozen indigo, rolling profound. Many stems like hymns once blossomed from ground. But while the reaper is king, we carry the crown. We weigh it out, dreaming, screaming, or close to even. In a sense, nobody's perfect, nobody is worthless. The system's imperfect, maybe we should measure in purpose. What is yours, what is mine? When do we serve it? Being hood ain't the absence of good. Being square don't make you equal or fair. It's not an equal affair. Weak voices can't speak for a share. Speak choices with no win or aware. Are you aware? I don't think so. Unless your cup runneth over and you still sip slow. A guzzle to nothing, complaining when you don't get mo. See another's glass empty and you don't think po.
I pray these words bring honor as the heavens observe into the sky, where the birds will testify. Freedom's a state of mind, be free any day or time. But reality will make you doubt your actuality. The truest fallacy is man can't change how he sees. So it's deaf to reason, it's left allegiance, wondering where to pledge allegiance. This is my letter to Ephesians. The rest we need, and through death the best are leaving.
The upper room is calling. What are we supposed to do? Calling it a business just for you.
Some people play the victim, some people play the fool, some people pay the dealer, while others pay the dues. I don't know what's realer, the struggle and the strain, or the guilt that can be built within when making gains. Ain't no cheating death, you can't lie to life. Plus everything about you's hiding in these satellites. Outside of the one day that Adam had it right, humans are parasites, insatiable appetites. So where do we go from there, you ask? I think we all trying to figure that out. One nation under a God kicking us out, cause America took and takes the infamous route. As we state from state to state, let's be great again. Let's forget the salient struggle of each alien. Parade after you honor the graves of natives, slaves, women, gays, etc., etc., etc. stay away from cannabis like Wyclef.
Deacon and no fry sex.
Similar to Christ.
Got divine reps, so tell me.
If you know you're going down,
Why step?
show no mercy.
When bruising crews,
Get hit with more bricks than New Jerusalem.
riddles confusing fools.
Like Confucian rules.
Most cats are more square than Rubik's cubes.
We spit raps that are totally murderous.
The rhymes are like an anaconda serpent clutch.
So check out how these herbs get touched.
Unless your broad's giving us brains.
Nigga, you ain't serving us.
Deacon and no.
Cunning linguists with stunning English.
Our true lies break more punks than
Every Lynguist
very weak
with
kids.
the best speech. Roll with cats and smoke more trees than the slash and burn technique.
Sex beats between bed sheets.
Red fleets, Pulp Fiction style.
Even your car with red
We
seats.
make like fly swatters and smash pests.
Put peeps under more pressure than a Kelly Price bed set.
Leaving bodies looking like samples from the Warshak test.
Ink blots.
So fuck around and get your team rocked.
Jugs in the back with the beam cock.
The plots to have everything between LA and Queens locked.
Word, word. Yo, check it out. Cunninlynguists. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. I mean, you probably don't know how we do, but you about to find out. Like what? Like what? Like what? Yeah. Like what? Like what? Check it. Check that shit
Sections are cut off. You can see they're not going too well. You can also see why they rust. But yeah, I've only just done a rough cut, left it short of the edges in case I still need measurements and mark up shapes and that. I've already done a few templates of the curves and stuff, showing where the lines are. So I've also left this one, because that's actually a body line there. Go cutting it off now, and I haven't got everything. It'll be a nightmare trying to get it to match up to the door and the bonnet. Yeah, that's what you pull out. The other side is a lot worse, of course. Part of the panel out, but yeah, it's a lot more open, a lot more shit in there too. The plenum is actually really good in this thing, so I'm not sure why it was leaking. Found the reason for the driver's side getting wet. It's that one hole there in the corner, so while the firewall's out I can fix that up. Just got the cab and the tub bolts left to take out, so let's slide into it. Cab and tub bolts are now out, tagged up, tagged. So cab and tub are now ready to come off. I just got to come up with an idea. I don't really have a fork, anything like that. Got a roof, not really sure if it's strong enough. Cleaned out most of the seam sealer, all the joints around the cab. Yep, it's worse. A lot of the time this seal is half the reason why they rust. So at least if it's gone, you can get in to where the sealer was and blast it all out, and then reseal it with some decent stuff that's not all gone hard and shitty over the last 50 years. Ended up getting a bit sidetracked coming in here. Can't do too much with the truck at the moment until that cab and tub's been lifted off anyway, so come in here, put some new gaskets in this thing, change jets, just made sure the carbies are right to go, and hopefully soon we can get past this COVID shit and actually use these cars and start going places again. This thing's got a shit ton of dust on it. It's been sitting here for a fair while, and I've only really sort of had a rip around the paddock for a little bit. be keen to start banging some sets off, so matter of wait and see, I guess. Back out here again, just finished doing an oil change. Trends on this thing. Doing a few bits of this thing. Possibly might be bringing it out this weekend. And doing a couple of chirpies. But back on the truck again. A bit windy out at the moment. Couple of trestles here. Put the endless chain off the roof. I'll sling this cab off at least, get this off, and then put it back on there, on the trestles, and then I can start looking at doing the tub. Just gonna chop this shit off at the moment, so I'll get rid of that and we'll get into it. Easy as that. I'll set up this chain off the roof and we'll get into lifting this thing off. Got it all set up. You experienced blokes probably be cringing at this, but yeah, as long as it works. Got gloves in there, protect the sling. So we'll lift it up and I'll try and get the chassis rolled backwards.
Oh, spray vandal, walk the streets, I hear footsteps on the street. Someone's following me on the street, like racism on the streets. Can't even have a new car on the streets. Police prowl on the streets, they got you sitting on the streets, running your L's. What in the hell? Running hotel, they see a black male, they get scared. There
you go, it's one way to get a cab off the chassis. Not the smoothest way, but we've got more rust. I love it. Front wall of the tub, knew that was gone. Building a new one anyway. What I got to do is I've actually got to unpick the driver's side and bring it outwards. Because I don't know why, but these things, the left hand side is usually flush, driver's side sits in, looks like shit. Bring this forwards and then hopefully there's enough room to get the chassis back inside, otherwise I've got to push it back out, push it back up the hill. A reasonable hill leading up to this shed. Pain in the ass. So change of plans. Trestles are out. Cab's dropped on its guts. Where it should be. I ended up buying a trolley off a mate the other week for $100. So I'm getting my money's worth now. At least if it's on this trolley now I can drag it around, spin it, all that sort of thing. Cab's now tucked away. Lifted the tub off. Sorry, there's no footage of that. I didn't want to run the risk of giving anyone a heart attack. She was getting a bit sketchy for a while, and I'm not proud of it. Back out here again. Bit of an ordinary night, a bit frosty. Took this thing out yesterday. Gave it a test. Thing went mint, as you can see. Tore those off. So pretty stoked with that. Been a lot of issues, just small shit. Finally figured them out. Everything's working mint, so I'm happy with that. Just been putting some pinch weld seals in this thing. So now we're back in on this thing. Come and do a bit tonight, and then probably just come back out tomorrow. Get right into it. Got some new guards for my trailer. They're a little bit big, but I'll just reshape them at the ends there and I'll get them to fit pretty nicely. So I'll probably look at cutting the firewall out on this thing and maybe get lowers of the quarters chopped off. And let's get into it.
Yo, one. Doing the one panamina, pantamina. Yo. This is my home, stand firm, never place like a statue. When I zone, watch a dome, got some words that'll slap you. Son, I have to weave up some shit that'd be bad for you if you rap to. Carving the words like tattoos, permanent feature, I live here. It's a fact you've been near, but didn't do this like we did, yeah. Sorry, it's clear, piss sweet, your speeches get this here. Gas burnt off like when the mist clears. This normal shit, that shit deformed with the awfulness. Spaced out like came here through portal shit, walk with us. Too much whack shit tortured us, made me feel nauseous, so we were forced to torch it up. And we're maintaining still, I'm glad you brought it up. Commanding more respect than was shown or ever taught to us. Break the cycle like a bike under a bus. I'm just spitting how I like to, if you like to, give a fuck.
Home is where my mind is when I travel in a timeless type void within my thoughts. Made my own world, then came to visit yours. My stock rise when I drop lines. You lot might do it, yeah, it's good, but it's not right. Much like what, guys? My mind grows on trees. Must like, lost my block, write the story down. What's it all about? You're falling out the picture quicker than you could imagine. It was magic in a sense. Is it really so? It's always tragic in the end. Are we happy to accept that, or happy to pretend that it's not so? Coming home a lost soul, it's sorta like borderline. I'm entering another state, and I forgot the name of this place, but once again came with a flame. On paper it's plain, respect comes straight, we don't chase it. Live from the foundation, the basis, we break limits.
Coming back with the medal like a war veteran. Beats hit you like a shot of raw adrenaline. My bars are like the universe, a place you never been.
That's firewall out. That's the top part of the firewall that actually is half glued onto the bottom of the plenum. And that's the bit that started eating away first. So I've cut the firewall out, kept that in mostly one piece. Just so if I've got to go back I can get my measurements for all my steering column, and depends on what I do with the heater and that. As you can see, it's still a little bit left there, but it started eating away. Plenum now. You can see a bit of daylight. So I just went around with the flywheel and the grinder. See, it's got through the next layer, so I have to fix that. But now I can see all the spot welds. So I can drill them out tomorrow and get that layer off. And then that's that, ready to be blasted. So not a whole lot going on with the truck this week. Last weekend was pretty busy. I've only had today off. I'm back to work tomorrow and all weekend, so got the rotisserie done though. It's all done. All the spacing, beams and that, they're all cut and made. This one I just had to put some 40 on the 50. And that got me the right spacing for the cab. Cab will go on first. This bit here, when I welded the rams on, it's just a piece of tube, bolted through there, put another brace on there. When this swing around, it was going to collide into the ram there. So all I did was just chop the old one down, kept the centre bit because it's actually got the right centre for that tube there. So all I did was just get another piece of tube, butt it on the back, and then put some bits of angle, just stitched them on. And yes, the welds are atrocious, but they hold. So it's all done now. Yeah, the braces are on the other end now too, so I'll just give it a quick clean up, get it in some primer. Probably for the rest of the night I'll look at getting into building some frames and bits and pieces to get this thing mounted on. Just got some scrap steel, try and do it out of just shit, nothing special. So I got a few bits cut, hooking up uprights. It's actually those bits I cut off the rotisserie. They already had the holes in them, so I've just taped them. The other side's got a groove out of it because of the rivets and the engine mounts on them.
Pick your feet on up, why don't you get on up? Lift your spirits up, damn I know this shit is tough. I flunked in high school, my pops he left me young. I often lost my cool days, I feared my mama's gun. I lost my only son when my girl she almost died. A bad abortion, haunted by a baby's eyes. And every reason lies, cause you know the truth inside. You're feeling like a coward, like the wrong person.
So I've just built the trans mount now. Laid it out, measured it up. Put one bolt through the engine mount there, so it's about at height sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I've cut more of the leftover rotisserie stuff up. It's already got a hole drilled in it. Got a smaller piece. I've already center punched it, so that's going to actually slide in there. I'll just make it so I can adjust it. So if I ever use this thing for another engine or whatever, front mounts don't really matter because I can always just build something, but it's pretty handy. With the trains, you just make it as what you need. And then all I'll do is I'll just put a piece of flat on top. Same bolt pattern as what's in the back of the trains there. Weld it all on. And then yeah, I can raise it up, lower it down, what I need, so it should be good.
Subsequent downfall. Now I take a pause and reflect on my karma and laws. I've ignored all the signs that could cause a turn and redirect my preferred course of action before they curse in my ashes. The rehabilitation of the baddest on the planet was set.
Bit smoky. So that bit done. Let's see what it does. Fucking not bad. Just gotta figure out a handle now. Might just make something slide at the back there, come out and sort of out. Might even run some angle along the bottom, just as a bit of a strap. Stop it from flexing with the weight on it. Weird, I reckon. Got a good show. Yeah, 4 AM in the morning, so I reckon it's time to head for home. Got a bit done tonight, which is good, so that rotisserie is all done. Just prime it now. Frame's pretty much together for this engine stand. Just quickly fabbed up a handle. So I just slapped it together and didn't really give a shit, so it looks a bit ordinary. Which is a good indication it's probably time to go home. Yeah, I ended up just making it pinned so I can pull it out, get rid of it if I need to. So I'll buy some wheels for it, get them mounted. I may even build like a rear leg for it as well. Some casters on it, depending on what I want to do. Also a bit of a bummer for tonight. The old vice. It's probably survived 3 centuries, this thing. Wound it up before and snapped some of the thread out of it. So we got nothing. Bit of a shame, so yeah, looks like I'll be buying a new vice now too.